What's up everybody, this is your boy Kendrick talking and welcome to another episode of my Hero League gameplay series. This time we're playing on Blackheart's Bay, and I think it's actually been a while since we've last had footage on Blackheart's Bay, which makes it really exciting for me to give you a little bit of another demonstration of how the map works, and hopefully we're gonna have a good game together. Now, we are in Hero League mode. That means, of course, we still have that wonderful draft screen, really cool. The only thing that's really missing is a swap heroes function. I think with that, we could really not be any happier. Now, the enemy team has the first ban, and that always means that they're also going to have the first pick. So, I was gonna say banning Illidan, probably not very smart for them, because by not banning Illidan, since they have the first pick, they would actually sort of do mind games with us and force us to ban Illidan. Now we don't have to do that anymore, which is really cool. Now, a really strong hero on Blackheart's Bay, in my opinion, is Sagara, because she's able to sort of dominate the bottom lane. She's almost able to bully out every single hero out of lane in order to secure the first bottom chest with her hunter killers. So also, the vision she provides around the chest area with her creep tumor is really good, so I think banning her makes a lot of sense. Now, the enemies picked up Li Ming as their first pick. Li Ming still one of those heroes that is ever so deadly, and if left unattended, can single-handedly wipe you off the board after a team fight. So, yeah, definitely a strong first pick. So now it is our turn to sort of maybe counter pick something. Of course, if you see squishy backliners like Li Ming, you always want to go for engage. You want to go for warriors, strong melee assassins like Thrall, for example, who can immediately lock her down with a good Sundering, and so on and so forth. Re-respond with a Greymane and a Sylvanas. Okay, so Sylvanas, ever since her rework, is quite a good hero. So is Greymane. Greymane really strong when it comes to bursting single targets down, and he can actually pose a real threat to the enemy Li Ming and the enemy Kel'Thas. So the enemy team goes extremely heavy on the mages, right? Double spellcaster. And they also need a warrior, and they also need a support. So we can now already see that they're not going to have a lot of basic attack damage. And it is now our time to sort of counterpick something against them. I'm really thinking of maybe Tyrande and another support. I'm not really sure. We could also go for a warrior now instead. Maybe something like a Murden or Leoric. You know what? We're actually going to go for a full... oh, hold on. We're actually going to have to ban something. So we're going to ban Tassadar. A little bit of a brain fart. I thought it was our moment to pick already. It was our moment to ban because we have mid-ban. So we banned the Tassadar because we didn't have any much time left. So, you know, it's still good though. It's still good. Now it is our time to sort of pick something. Back to our thought process that we had earlier. It looks like we're going to have a Murden, which is really good. Now something else to pick against their team might be a good support. The good supports these days are mostly Rhaegar and Kharazim. I still think we need another frontliner though, so I definitely want to make sure that we have someone to pressure their backline, and I think Artanis is quite a nice hero to do so, especially now that we have a Murden tanking the shit out of the enemy team. I think we can go for a slightly more aggressive Artanis Bruiser build. However, we can also observe the game and see how it goes. If we're not doing so well, then we can still go for a full tank Artanis. His talent at 13 called Face Bulwark is especially good against them, since it actually diminishes the amount of damage we take from abilities for 4 seconds whenever Shield Overload activates. And if we go for talents like Psionic Synergy or Templar Seal, we can actually decrease the cooldown of Shield Overload quite significantly. Now, the enemies have Uther and ETC. Pretty good combo. Let's see how that game goes, guys. Talk to you in a bit. Alright everybody, welcome to Blackheart's Bay. We're playing as Artanis, and our team, as I mentioned earlier, was extremely heavy on spell ability damage. So we might actually think of a full tank build featuring Face Bulwark at level 13, and we're also going to try to rely on talents like Psionic Synergy and Templar Seal in order to keep the cooldown of our shield overload relatively low. Since they don't really have any basic attack damage heroes, we're still gonna go for reactive parry though, because it can actually provide you with that additional with that additional amount of tankiness against also warriors like ETC that you really need. Sylvanas is in our bottom lane. She's a very, very strong solo laner, so that is really good. Careful though, Greymane did a classic beginner mistake. He went in there as the first person. We're definitely getting a good of damage now done on their side. However, they're probably going to outpoke us with 2 mages early on. Our Greymane definitely needs to get the hell out of here. Looks like we're still fighting. Okay. Definitely a very risky thing to do now. We really need to step back. Against Kel'Thas in Li Ming, or mages in general early on, you're probably going to lose because they do have superior range for their strong early. Ooh, and we're even getting ganked here. Okay, can we maybe swap it out? Okay, Kel'Thas has to pull back. Nice healing also from our Tyrande. Thank you very much for that. And the fight is still raging on. Greymane had to die eventually, so they came in for the gank. I wasn't the target, fortunately, but our Greymane was. Our Murden did a really good job, though, stealing a lot of coins here from the top chest. How has bottom been going? 1 to 4, I think. So Zul having a little bit of an upper hand over there. Also, as always, make sure to keep all lanes soaked, right? Especially before hitting level 10. Ever so important. Tyrande now all by herself. Stay close here. Okay, she's safe. Back to top lane. We don't want to miss any of those minions if possible. Right. So yeah, everything's looking pretty quiet for now. It's a warrior versus warrior lane, and that's normally very, very uneventful. There is some action going on in the bottom lane, but nice dodge here from our Sylvanas, using the Banshees, of course, to escape. A gank on ETC usually doesn't really make a lot of sense, so I'm not even trying, you know. It's probably a waste of time and a waste of mana and resource. Just gonna get these minions real quick. And Artanis, that's the cool thing about Artanis, right? He gets really, really strong in the early game, but at all stages of the game... Oh, our Greymane is in trouble. He might actually die again. I tried to swap the ETC into tower range, but he was too safe. Nice dodge once again by Murden. I'm a little bit skeptical of our Greymane. He actually takes a lot of free damage, which he should not be taking. But back to what I was saying, the cool thing about Artanis is that during all stages of the game, he is one of the best duelists in the game, so do not feel afraid to actually take a one-on-one. Now we're going to go for Templars here. We're going to go for that tanky build because I really think we have to stand in front line a little bit longer. Not really that confident in Greymane doing so. ETC actually wanted to snap us out of the dash with using his W. Okay, another gank on ETC. I'm just not sure if we should continue to try this. He also has backup here in the form of Kel'Thas and Uther, so at least our Tyrande didn't really get out of position too much. Okay, nice gank. This time it looks like she's getting a little bit out of position here. Okay, but she manages to survive once more. Good. Good job. Murden coming in. Okay. We're still gonna try to pressure the Kel'Thas a little bit. We're absorbing the damage. We're taking the gravity lapse to the face. We're still in pretty good shape. I don't want to use my phase prism here because we were quite low. Tyrande is doing a really good job at... Oh, can we get him now? Oh, the stun wasn't long enough, unfortunately. We should go back here. Once again, oh, Li Ming and Kel'Thas are probably going to outpoke us. Maybe we're going to get the Uther now, though. Sometimes what supports do, I'm now going to body block. Double kill, really nicely done. So sometimes what you observe when playing against supports is they only take care of their allies and they sometimes forget about their own health bar. I think that's exactly what happened with the Uther there. So good focus fire by Greymane. Whether it was intentional or not, we're just going to leave it be. A kill is a kill, right? We're not going to complain about that. At level 7, we're going to go for Psionic Synergy. As we mentioned, Psionic Synergy and Templar Seal, they work really well together because the lower you are, the quicker you're going to have your dash ready, and with Psionic Synergy, of course, you have your shield ready more frequently whenever you hit enemies with your dash. So that's really, really good. Ooh. Actually, Li Ming dropping very, very low here. Kel'Thas once again using his living bombs on me. Actually going to get him a little bit closer and force him to retreat. Dodging the gravity lapse once again. It's pretty good, and ETC also taking a lot of beating. How is Sylvana doing against Zul? I don't think she is doing very well. Zul's actually one of the few heroes who can... Whoop. Hey! Uh-oh, we're not in good shape. We're probably gonna die now. Okay, the shield is still strong. Ooh, can we dodge? god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I can't believe, no. I was gonna say, I would have not believed it if we could have actually made it out there alive. So, on the bright side, we forced a lot of their attention onto us, buying enough time for Murden to actually get that first turn in. And also, Sylvanas and Grayman are doing a really good job at split pushing while the enemies were busy elsewhere. So sometimes these low HP escapes are actually more devastating to the enemy team because they just waste so much time chasing you in vain, you know. They're trying to sort of weaken the middle. They're gonna get one tower, which is okay. Okay, Uther just used his protective shield on himself for no reason. We don't have anyone close though, so Babatko is going for the top lane. Babatko and the Murden at least going for the vision tower right now. We should also take that huge wave in the top lane. There we go. We must get level 10 before them. Against their team, who consists of many squishy backliners, we're definitely going to go for the Purifying Beam to pressure them, because ranged squishies that are on the move or have to move constantly can't deliver the damage, right? So we're going to do exactly that. 4 more coins being turned in. We're going to ping here now that we need help. Can we actually... okay, we got the cow in here. Actually wanted to go for Uther. Still good damage here overall. We lost Sylvanas in the bottom lane, okay. So Sylvanas was ganked by someone, Zul and I think KT. There they are, careful. The ETC is still very low. Gonna use it on the Ming, the Purifying Beam that is. Divine Shield being used right now. We're sort of splitting our efforts. Greymane might actually be able to chase her down. Oh my god, yes, good kill, good kill. Take the coins and go back. No, 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 take the coins and go back, you fool. Oh no, that was way greedy. We're gonna have to intercept the damage here. Oh my god, that was so greedy. Greymane, prime example of greed. Basically, we got the kill, and all we had to do was just run. Get the coins and run, right? There was no use to actually chase anymore. We gave the enemy team more time to actually catch up, catch us off guard, and wreck us. So kids, at home, don't do this. We should have actually not even tried to, you know, walk alongside him. Okay, Sylvanas now in trouble. She's probably gonna fall again. Yep. Very unnecessary death in my opinion. That's probably going to give the enemies enough time to take that bruiser camp in the bottom lane. And since they already have a siege giant camp marching, we should definitely defend the bottom lane a little bit more carefully. Looks like no one of our allies is actually close, so there's not even a thing we can do about it, so no use even try to do something. Together with Murden, we can maybe defend this, depending on how hard the enemies want to go for this. Tarani not with us, Greymane not with us, Sylvanas on her way. Okay, that's at least something. Gonna have to try and clear those lanes a little bit. Careful now, the enemies are coming in, using Phase Prism to get out of here. Okay, they're using one rogue ability, the Disintegration. The enemies are quite low. Tyrande now here as well. Gonna use the Purifying Beam on the Zul. Are we gonna get him? Yes, we do. Cool. And Greymane now coming with the flank. Really, really good. And the ETC is going to fall as well. That's a lot of coins. The enemies are on the retreat. Only 2 mages left, so there's nothing they can do. We really held that fort like a champ. Of course, with the Murden and the Tyrande, and Sylvanas also did a good job at defending, and Greymane actually doing a really, really good job at flanking. That's exactly what you're supposed to do as a Greymane sometimes. Take those weakened enemies from the flanks, and yeah, really, really good. We should now try to get some mercenary camps. Oh, okay, treasure chest just spawned. That's a lot more important. Now we're gonna take Phase Bulwark as we announce it, because I think that makes us a lot more resilient against all those arcane and fire spells. Careful, Greymane. Okay, the Shrink Ray is on us. The enemies are also focusing us here right now. We're sort of toying with them a little bit. Okay. Can we have some help? Okay, we need to run. We need to get out of here right now. The enemies, this time it was the enemy team who actually flanked And yeah, we took way too much damage. And Sylvanas being a little bit too late to the party. So we lost our support and I think Murden. Yes. Did Murden have Avatar ready? Yes, he did. Maybe it was just a tiny little amount of cooldown. Now Sylvanas is in trouble. Not sure if the enemies should pursue her all the way. But they're most definitely going to go for the fort anyway. Yeah, nothing we can do here.
Looks like you just lost a part.
So at this stage of the game, I think Greymane should have maybe just pushed here in the top lane. I could have done the same. Basically, they were all busy in the top lane, so we could have maybe taken advantage and destroyed something in the top lane. I think we can still try to do that. Minion wave is probably not going to be enough to take down the fort. They're probably trying to turn in. They've got 14. Yep, you can see the... We should be able to take this one down. We're still helping out. We still got it. Oh my god, they're coming all... Like, they're literally all here? That's crazy. Okay. So basically we traded a kill for a fort. That's permanent damage against temporary damage. Also, we didn't really have any coins on us, so I think it's an acceptable trade. The enemy's got another turn in. They're now going to get rid of our top fort, so they're sort of balancing it out. We really need to get 16. Now 16 is going to be a very, very important talent for us because it gets us closer to getting the Zealot Charge. And Zealot Charge, of course, is one of the most important talents you have available when playing as Artanis. We really have to be careful not to give them a free boss here as well. I don't think they're doing it though. No, they're not doing it. At least I don't think they are. Okay, good stun lock here on the Zul. Not really sure. Okay, we burst him down. Greymane is now exposed though, which is a little bit of a bummer. Taking the Pyroblast to the face. Okay, we're now going to use our Heroic on the Ming. She's standing still, so that's a little bit good for us. Okay, we're forcing her back. Now we should definitely go for that KT. Or maybe the Uther. Okay, here we go. Uther. Gonna try to keep the ETC in here because he's really, really low. Nice stun. Nice kill. Even more coins. That was the big jackpot. Okay, let's get it. And we should go for the boss immediately. I agree. Go for the boss immediately, guys. That was a good kill. Good fight. And at level 16, Zealot Charge. We didn't even have it during the last team fight. I can't believe I didn't even click it. Big fail on my part. But that's what happens when you try to focus on multiple things at the same time, right? Commentating, playing, and all the other good stuff. I hope you accept my apologies. Still, a very, very good team fight for us. And that boss, of course, is going to ensure us a lot of pressure in the top lane. How many coins do we have? 11. Now we've got 13. We should take this Merc Camp to have enough for a turn-in. So yeah, overall, pretty good job by everybody. Greymane and Sylvanas on the Mercs. We should immediately try to pay because we have 9 coins currently on us. So we are probably the enemy team's most wanted. And we really want to get rid of our big load. Oh, that sounded naughty, didn't it? Okay, everybody pay. Ooh, we're diving so deep into their enemy half of their base. Into the enemy half of the map, that is. It's a little bit risky, but I think we could make it in time if everybody runs together. Greymane, we need you here. Or at least you need to be careful while you're walking. Oh, Tyrann is in trouble. Tyrann is in trouble. Okay, let's at least finish the mercenary camp so we get anything done here. Sylvanas is going to distract them, so at least we get that mercenary camp. Very, very risky. Yeah, I was not happy with the call in the first place. I should have not even tried to go there. We get another turn in, though. Let's get the hell out of here, though. Okay, please don't come this way. Oh, of course you're here. Oh, of course. Why would you not be there, right? That was just bad luck. They could have also been here. Follow the Zul, maybe. Okay. So, what did we get in our favor? We got the turn-in. We've got the mercenary pushing a little bit. We're losing Sylvanas. I don't even know why we lost Sylvanas here. She was safe already. So, once again, a little bit of an individual sloppiness here. So mercenary camp is also still going strong in the top lane. And I think our death timers are still low enough. Oh my god, Tyrande. Our death timers are still low enough to sort of make this defense happen. The enemies have 19 coins, so they're definitely going to try to turn in now. And without full strength, we should not even try to disrupt them. Mercenaries still okay, absorbing a little bit of lane pressure. Careful now. We're all back except for Savannah, so maybe we should try to go for this Merc camp. Yeah, don't even try to interrupt them. I mean, Savannah is going to be so far behind. Literally nothing we can do about it. So let's just go for these mercenaries real quickly. If they should try to interrupt us, we see that Zul is here in the top lane, so we can totally strike back. If they come for us, we're gonna fight. Okay, it looks like they're not trying to interrupt. How many seconds until the boss? 2 minutes. Okay. That's acceptable. Okay, they're not gonna get the keep here, which is good for us. We can try to apply some damage in the bot. They're still in the middle. We can totally get this defense line. With Sylvanas, of course, who can disable the buildings. They're by now probably teleporting back, so we should really get back after this, this damage here. Yep. And try to maybe catch someone at the turn-in point. I agree. That's a good call. They still have 11 coins. Take the pirates away from them. Okay, I agree. Greyman, you don't want to be there. You don't want to be the first one to intercept them. Okay, they pretty much know where we are, right? So we sort of have to try and keep them busy. Gonna try and pressure KT a bit. Poison Nova coming in. KT's running away. We're keeping them busy in the backline. Zul is exposed now. Gonna try to go for Ming. Zone her away. Double kill. Triple kill. That's the power of Artanis. Being able to soak away or zone away the enemy team. Oh my god, that was good. We can immediately go for the kill. 4 people dead for 50 seconds. We can totally go for the keep and then even the core. At level 20 we're gonna take Force of Will, so we will become even tankier to tank the core even. And with Sylvanas, of course, we can easily smash that keep. I'm not really sure why the enemy Liming went for Arcan form. Very, very easy target for us to potentially kill. Ooh, oh, she screwed it up. Almost died. Artanis at this point is strong enough to solo tank and solo kill the enemy core. So I think without the rest of their team, Liming will not be able to defend this, and this might be GG. Okay, guys. Really, really nicely done. You could really see, I think, how strong Double Warrior or, say, Tank / Bruiser is against those double mages. The enemies just went in too recklessly. They got distracted a lot in that last team fight. ETC was split from the mages. Uther also way too far away from Liming and Kalthas. He couldn't really reach them. That's one of the big weaknesses of Uther, of course. He only has limited range on his heals. So yeah, I think we really did a good job at pressuring their backline. ETC wasn't able to keep up with the pressure, couldn't peel. Same goes for Uther. So although some wonky individual mistakes on my part as well when I failed to take the Zealot charge, for example, I think the game was still very enjoyable and really showed that you can even win games with those underdog heroes that nobody likes, like Artanis, for example. Once again, let's talk a little bit about our talent build here, Reactive Parry. The other ones weren't just really good. We needed every ounce of tankiness, I feel, even against a team that didn't really have any basic attack heroes in their lineups. Templar Seal and Psionic Synergy, that is the holy duo, so to speak, when it comes to tanking as Artanis. This one will give you a quicker cooldown on the dash, and this one will cause your dash to lower the cooldown on your shield. So these two, really, really good. Purify Beam to pressure the backline, I think worked really well. Then we had Face Bulwark to absorb a lot of those ability damages, really, really good. Zealot Charge, of course, you can't go without it. And Force of Will, specifically a situational choice here for the last couple of seconds, right? Because I really wanted to make sure to be able to tank the core if needed. Normally, if the game would have lasted a little bit longer, I probably would have gone for the upgraded Purifying Beam, you know, because it's really, really good. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the game. Leave a comment if you'd like to and share your own impressions about Artanis or Heroes of the Storm in general. Always encourage you to take part in discussion, and if you like the video, then please give a thumbs up or maybe even leave a subscription. I would be very happy to welcome you back in the next episode. So long, take care, guys.